And back with more Danganronpa. Sakura is dead in a supposed locker room mystery. So, Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence that a blow to her head was involved. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. I can see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? Said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit in the head made her start vomiting blood? Not a chance.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason she vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. There's shards of glass scattered around the chair she was sitting on. The glass is all red and on top and sections of a bottle, right? So this might have originally been a bottle. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Do you recognize it?
Well,
yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave this candy to her? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I didn't like them. As soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on it. You really like them that much?
'cause, I mean...
But I wanted to give her a chance to try one. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Especially since there's no, like, trail. It's weird.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Those three. It has to be one of them. I couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet her. You know where? Right here in this rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, we both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. And when I saw her again after that, she told me that she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. The Monokuma said she died around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it from her herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. But she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force, this never would have happened. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Okay, locker. But the fact that she has to meet those three, and she asked them to come in the rec room, the same place and time she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I heard with the three of them directly. Locker. Oh, locker's open, and then the inside. A handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing there? Looks like somebody touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the dust. It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind something extra. Dang it. Nose is stuffed up today. Hope I'm not getting sick again. I've had colds the last couple of months. It's really annoying. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, right? And during all the confusion, they popped out?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not? Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open by that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does this even mean?
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. Haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yakuya said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I don't have any choice but to accept it as
Come
fact.
on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay. Okay. Plastic container by the door. Okay, so now I check the door. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around the edge. Oh.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loves her protein. And then she mentioned that how once the protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take it to heart if I were. I know. But still, it's got a label on it that said Chem A2? It reminds me. Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So that must be where she got this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. There must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't all scattered around. What does it matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it's going to be important later on. I'm not sure how. The chair that was moved up against the doorknob so she couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any string mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair has anything special done to it. The door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock. There's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke to get it inside. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism, so I don't see anything suspicious about the door at all. Having examined both the door and chair, there's no doubt the reason it didn't open was simply because the chair was moved. It's kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of being tampered with, so the killer must have created the locked room from the inside, not the outside. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. Glass shards, bottles. Examined bottles. Ah, there we go. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of figure. What I'm wondering is how they get the figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in the bottle. You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat planted inside? Maybe I've seen it.
in other words...
So this is the Monokuma version. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelves. The Monokuma figure on the ground. The shards of glass started out as a bottle. She means she must have been hit with the Monokuma bottle. The shards in the glass in the figure were evidence, so it's safe to say this was the weapon. I did, though. What did I miss? Body. Examine the wrapper. Locker. Glass shards. Bottle. Bloodstain. Plastic container by door. Examine the door. Anything different.
What the heck?
However, it's true. Certainly. Listen.
Have you finished your general investigation? I think so, for the most part. You should go talk to people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. She wanted to meet with 2 other people, so I have to hear what they have to say. Oh, Sayek door. There we go. Uh-oh.
Who's there?
Ugh. Most negative aura I've felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So
Well,
you're back
she's
to
not
normal.
shaking like before.
Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, she slithered out of the hall. Or into the hall.
What do you want?
Didn't you say you wanted to talk? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura has asked to meet you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Yaki already told me that she asked to meet with him. When she wanted to meet with Master 2? Two, didn't I? I guess, no, it's totally obvious, huh? Pretty much. Can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Claims she didn't see her, but can I really believe her? But until I can prove otherwise, I've got no choice but to accept it. It's good enough. I'm going back to my room. I pressed the doorbell.
You know?
What's up? Did you need something? Actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Wait, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities wakened? Awakened? I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. Wait, when did she tell you that?
What?
Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. Didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like in passing. Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So when did you meet? So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Definitely sus.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when she got hurt and took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't met her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it?
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it looks like I ain't got it no more. Big goofy smile on his face, he put his hands back in his pocket. Back out of his pocket. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something fell out of Hiro's pocket.
Huh?
What? Quick as the wind, he snatched it back up and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
It's just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
What?
I can't deny Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. Excuse me. He quickly slipped back in his room. He said it was just trash, but there's no way that was all there was to it. Pocket trash. Go to the cam lab. What now? I gotta check the actual crime scene again, but I need to figure out about that protein can. Chem lab, chem lab. Well, hello. Did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I get it. I think what you mean to say is, yes, sir, I understand. Alright. So, shelf, left shelf, looking ball footprints. Okay. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected. And more important right now is that powder that's been spilled on the shelf. Let's be careful not to Let's see. Dietary supplements and different medicines. Protein drink is probably in from this shelf. They're labeled from A. Wait. There's one bottle here called C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? A bunch of chemicals, I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? Must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser. Which I suppose suits you well. You didn't even say that. Doesn't really need to matter. All the containers on the shelf have been labeled B. Don't see anything out of the ordinary. The shelf is dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and powerful chemicals. All the containers are labeled with the letter C. So I guess I consider this part of section C. But what my concern is there's a bottle with C from C. What was a bottle of poison doing in there? There's definitely something going on here. Those are footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer.
What?
Well, let's go. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I drew up a sketch. So, how's this? Not bad. For you.
I see.
When you look at it like this, it would appear whoever left those footprints only had business in the left shelf. Came straight in, went to that shelf, and did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints
It's
must
certainly
be...
possible.
Are they yours? No! Then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm them for myself. Couldn't think of a reason to say no. I see. Your feet do appear too big. Unfortunately, I must admit they're not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. There's a broken bottle on the shelf. Is that where the powder came from? Chem 4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room was not like this. The powder must have been
So,
spilled.
in other words,
That's right. Could only have been around the time of the incident. If that's really what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. M4. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only wanted the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder wouldn't have been spilled, had to have been spilled right at the time of the incident. That's all I can say for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, rec room. Okay, so this one's a little shorter than the other investigations, if I recall. Sure, definitely feels that way.
Hey,
Okay. Magazines, body. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told
I
me.
see.
So along with Byakuya, they're claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone has to be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway,
I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look over them one more time.
just a second. Hey. Whew.
I can't believe how calm you are.
It's true. So...
I imagine it's because I have plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. Those shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on the instep? Yeah,
I see.
that powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Next is the wound on her head.
it's true.
You've been telling that it's incredibly difficult to spot, so just let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead 2 blows to the head. 2?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? There's one more
Correct.
interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at the body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that one off. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important to explore it in detail, don't you think? You're right. This is... One of the pages near the center, written in bold letters. Toko. Could it be?
correct.
It would appear you found it. What is
So...
this? It's indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. But she said Sakura's hands were spotless. So somebody used blood to write the message themselves, making people think Sakura did it.
However,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like this when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it. for the benefit of others who may be looking. Is that... It says Toko, right? Looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? It hasn't been confirmed yet.
Forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We could use it to corner the killer. I can see why you'd think that, but it seems just too easy. Makes it seem more suspicious. Yeah, because we just learned Sakura's hands were spotless. Anyway. Examine the bottles, yeah. I think she said she found a new clue.
Hey,
Did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between the bottles. Pay careful attention and you'll find it. Correlation. Can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusions isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. Is it not just because you don't trust me, right? Ugh. I do trust you. To a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree?
hey,
Actually, there's one more thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Are you sure it's okay to mess up the crime scene like this?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here,
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. What choice do I have? I better do it. Sorry to
So
keep you
then.
waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights? That piece of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma bottles inside or figures are exactly the same and nothing else could affect the
so
weight.
then,
Now comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. What might we expect to see? A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to gather them all, but there's a chance I might have missed
so
some.
then,
Then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other words,
The result of our experiment and the correlation. If you put it
Hey.
together, I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do
Joy.
it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
It's already time? But the mystery's still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will happen in the class trial. No. Whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Well, there we go. Hey, that's just it. I'll see you next time. Yay.